Hi, everyone. I'm just trying to go live in all platforms. So if you're joining me, stay tuned. I'm trying to fix it here. So just give me a moment. Let me just get this together. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. I may have to come back, but we'll see what happens. Live video. I'm trying to go live in multiple places. So here we are. Okay. Yeah. We're almost there. Okay. So this is also the first time for those who are techies, you can now stream through StreamYard into Instagram. That is a new thing. That's not something we could do before. So here we are working that out. So I'm just working on that. Okay, so we're getting ready to do this cooking demo. I've been preparing for it. So here we are. There we go. I can see myself. I'm just trying to fix all the things. Okay. All right. Oh no, I lost it again. We're gonna be okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do this one more time on the Instagram side of things. Mother's Day brunch. Okay, so in the comments, there's a link to the meal. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who is watching either through Facebook or YouTube right now. I am just trying to get my Instagram on. So that's what I'm working on right now. And so here we are, just trying to get that going. Hence why I am I haven't started cooking, and I'm also giving you some time to just download the meal plan so we can be in the same place. You can see what's in there and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, it should be previewing now. Okay, it's previewing. I see myself here. Yeah, so we're good, I think. And so what I'm going to do is testing 1, 2, 3. Can you see me here? I'm streaming to multiple platforms right now. I'm trying to do my techie thing. Hence why it's been a little longer for me to come on. I was supposed to come on earlier, but I was not in the place for me to come on earlier. But it doesn't look like I'm live, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So then let me go back to StreamYard and let's just get going. So hi everyone, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to those who are mothers, to those who are not mothers. We are here mothering ourselves through this amazing plant-based brunch that we're about to have. Oh, I hate when this happens. I just pulled my thing too far, but okay, so I'm putting my apron on. This is an apron I got while I was in Ghana Where's everybody coming from? Let me look at the comments. I don't know if you can see me or not on Instagram. So I'm hoping so. If not, I might have to pull it through something else. Okay, so yeah, happy Mother's Day. We're about to make a couple of dishes from my plant-based Mother's Day brunch. You can make this meal today. You can make these meals on a different day, but I thought it'd be good if I joined live. For those who are trying to think of something thoughtful to do for their mothers, or those who are struggling on this day, because that's a whole different conversation, because your mothers are not here, or your mothers haven't been able to mother you in the way that you've needed them to. So that's a whole thing, right? So I am going to pull up the meal plan. I'm just trying to make sure I'm actually on, because I don't think I'm on the platform that I said I was going to be on. So I might have to join on there too. So let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the comments. Where you at? Where are you coming from? And all those good things. I'm going to grab a couple more things and I'll be right back. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing where everyone's from in that comment section. So here we are. I have a couple of things set up. Today I'm going to make the following, and I'm going to move this in a bit. From the meal plan, I am going to make, there's a frittata. There's going to be a mocktail, blueberry mocktail. We're also going to make a strawberry crumble and some ricotta. So those are the 4 things that I'm planning on doing today on live with you. The first thing I need to get out is the frittata, because it takes an hour to prep or to cook. So I have all the ingredients ready. I just want to make sure everything else is good to go. So I'm just going to look one more time, because then I might have to pull this up on Instagram like as its own thing, because I don't see it. Are you looking at me from, for those who are watching, are you viewing from Facebook or YouTube? I guess is my question. Okay. All right. Let me just do one more check. Okay. Okay, there you go. I found a button. Ha! All right. So we're good to go now. There's so many things in this world of technology. So, okay. Happy Mother's Day for those who are watching. We are here live. We're getting ready to do some cooking. I've made a couple of recipes. I'm just adjusting myself so you can see me and all the things that I'm doing. So let me know if this is a good view. I think my head is cut off, so I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. And then I think we should be good to go. I think we're still a little cut off, but hopefully not. Let me do one more check to see if we're... Hey, to people on Instagram, I cannot necessarily see you. I'm doing some new stuff today. I'm streaming from StreamYard. So for my techie people, if you're trying to find a way to stream to multiple platforms at one time, StreamYard is going to be your baby. Okay, so here we go again. Happy Mother's Day. Today I wanted to do this because oftentimes Mother's Day can be a wonderful day for some people, and for the others it can be triggering. I think I live in the in-between, if I'm quite honest, because I have a very complicated mother dynamic, but I was also blessed with amazing mother figures, and I have amazing mothers that I work with. And although I'm not a mother myself, I do so much work in this mothering space. So I just feel really blessed in that capacity. Okay, so there is a meal plan. I am going to try to pin it on Instagram for everybody who is watching there. If you're joining from a different platform, you can't, if you go to my stories, it's in there. If you go to my links, you can get this meal plan. Okay, because I don't know how to send it through this way of me streaming right now, because I'm streaming through StreamYard into Instagram and all those good things. And I don't want to, there I go. All right. Okay, so we're getting ready to make a couple of things. As I've been saying, as I've been trying to like get all the technology to do all of the work that I needed to do. So the first thing I think I'm going to make is from this meal plan is the frittata, okay, which is a spinach potato tofu frittata. I'm doing this first because it's going to be the most complicated in this world that I'm existing in right now, right? Of cooking demos. I always like to have the thing that I have to throw in the oven first, so that by the time I make everything else, we're good to go. I'm also going to make a blueberry mocktail. We're going to make strawberry crumble. And we're going to make some ricotta, okay? And what I'm going to do for the people who are watching me on live on Instagram, I'm just going to just tune in through my Instagram. That way I can kind of see some comments, because I can't see anything right now. Okay, so for the frittata, the ingredients are nutritional yeast, arrowroot, onions, spinach, your milk, plant-based milk, of course. We have our seasonings: paprika, cayenne, garlic, salt, and pepper. Season it to your liking, I would say. Find the seasoning that makes sense for you. Like, it says salt and pepper, but you can add other ingredients to this, okay? And so the first thing, and then of course there's tofu. So let's talk about it. These are the new kids on the block. It's Big Mountain is the company. This is a soy-free tofu that I've been so excited about. I just did a cooking demo a couple weeks ago for City of Fort Lauderdale, and everyone who was there, we made some scramble with this, and they were like, wow, I'm so excited about this product. So Big Mountain Foods, soy-free tofu is what we're getting ready to make right now for this frittata. So basic thing that we're going to do right now, oh, and then there's potatoes. I have my potatoes soaking in water so they wouldn't brown. That's a quick trick for any roots that you cut up first, and you don't want them to start browning or oxidizing, really, as you throw them in some water. So I'm not going to drain that until it's time for me to get that going. So first step for this particular dish, and again, for those who are watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can click the link that's right there. For those of you who are watching via Instagram Live, you can click the link in my bio to get this. It's a free meal plan that I made for Mother's Day. So, yay! Okay, so I'm pulling out my blender so we can get this going. Ah, should I even pull this forward? I always wanted to make it visually stimulating, but right now my blender is cord is all like okay. So the first step for this frittata is to add all of the ingredients. So you're going to add your tofu, your milk, your nutritional yeast, your arrowroot, and your salt and pepper in there. I'm going to actually add my salt and pepper afterwards, after I put everything in the bowl so that I can taste it. Okay, so big thing for me in this tasting world is that we taste as we go. Okay, so here we are. I have my blender and I'm going to throw this tofu in there. So this is made again with fava beans. And it's by Big Mountain Foods, okay? So I'm just gonna open this up really quick. And voila, in it goes. I guess I should crumble it, right? You know, I just so believe in my Vitamix. I'm like, why do I need to crumble? I don't need to work. I have a Vitamix, right? That's how I am. I mean, like, just throw it in there and you'll be fine. Okay, so then I'm gonna add my milk. I'm going to add my nutritional yeast, my arrowroot. And you know what? Ingredient-wise, what I will add now is things like my garlic powder. You know, I like it garlicky. I'm going to add my paprika. I like paprika. Did you know that paprika is dried bell pepper? For those who didn't know, throw some cayenne in there. Hope my mom can handle the pepper. I just realized I was like, I got a little heavy with the pepper just there. Okay, and then I'm going to blend this out. So we're here. Okay, and that didn't take too long. We have this ready to go. So I'm gonna just put my blender base back where I found it so I can move forward with the next step. So the next step is we're going to pour this in with our spinach, okay, with our potatoes. So now I'm going to strain my potatoes. Have them soaking in that water. So then I'm going to put my red potatoes in there. And then I'm going to add my mixture. So from here, this is where I'm going to put that in. And I'm going to fold everything in a bit. So what I didn't add is salt. So I'm going to add that salt in there. The arrowroot is going to help to thicken it up. So that's why that's in there as well. And so I'm just here. And I'm just going to fold this in. Move it around. So we got our onions, potatoes, our Big Mountain tofu made with fava beans. And you just basically, that's really quick. Now the real work here is getting that salt in to the right amount. You can add some other things. I'm keeping it simple, but in terms of ideas, you can always add mushrooms. You can also add some cheese in here. Bell peppers would go perfect in here. The only reason I'm not throwing some bell peppers in here today is because I honestly don't have any. Otherwise, they still be in here. And I'm just going to give that a taste. Definitely needs a little bit more salt. I don't. So the Haitian standard for cooking is everything is seasoned separately. Now, if we have a sauce that we'll put on it, we'll talk about that. But the key to this is is salt and pepper to taste. So according to your level, then you add accordingly. I'm just going to add a little bit more because I don't taste it. Okay, let me try one more time. Okay, now we're good. Now I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, so then from here, we are going to add it to our baking pan. I'm going to cover my baking pan with some parchment paper. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, happy Mother's Day. Sorry about that. So, got a little pepper in my throat. So then I'm going to pour that in here. And then I'm going to throw it in the oven for an hour. And that's it. So I got it in here. Just going to shake it out so it can settle a little bit more. But here we are, ready to go. Oven has already been preheated. So we're just going to throw it in there and make it do what it do. So it's in here for an hour. So I'm just putting my timer on right now. And one ding done. Okay. So up next in my goals. Okay, so let me talk about all the things that are actually on this brunch meal plan. Because again, you could do something throughout the day with this. Let me count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different recipes. Some of them are really simple, like a berry salad. We put salad or fruits in the bowl and then we're done, right? We have the mocktail. I'm going to do that last. We also have the ricotta. There's a French toast, wild blueberry French toast. I'm not going to do that today. I feel like that's something you don't really need to see me make French toast today. And I just also want to conserve time. But I'm just excited to have some of the spinach potato tofu frittata. And it's going to be so great in terms of protein. All right, so up next is we're going to make the vegan ricotta with balsamic tomato toast. So for this one, I could use my Big Mountain. I do have another case of Big Mountain. But you can also use traditional tofu. I bought just traditional tofu to play around with that. So what you're going to grab, if you have these ingredients with you, is a block of tofu that we're going to drain, and we're going to get some miso paste, okay? So that's what we're doing. So I got my block. I'm about to drain it. Then I'm gonna throw that in here. Ugh, I guess I didn't do a good job of draining it. There we go. Then I'm gonna get some miso paste. Oh, bummer. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you're not going to be making that today because Nzingah doesn't think she has miso paste. Let me look at the back. We do have miso paste. Right? Miso paste, miso paste. I was getting a little nervous. I was like, I can't see my miso paste. I found it. Okay. So I'm going to add my miso paste in there. And so the first step for this is to actually mash the tofu and the miso paste together. You're going to use about a teaspoon of miso paste. Okay. And I'm going to use a fork to mash that up. Here, moving that around. Ooh, I'm making a mess. And I'm just going to keep moving that around because I want to make sure that that miso paste really gets in there. They do have a chickpea-based miso paste that I also use. For those of you who are soy-free, you would use the Big Mountain fava bean tofu, and then you would replace the miso paste, soy-based miso paste with the chickpea one, just in case you were not aware that those things are available to you. Okay, so I'm just going to keep mushing this around. I think we're in a pretty good place. Now I want to mush this around a little bit more. Fold it and all that good stuff. So then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast. That's going to give us a little bit more hint of that cheesiness. Then I'm going to add my balsamic vinegar. Just looking for my balsamic. Oops. You know what? I'm not supposed to add the balsamic vinegar here. Ha! Ha! Don't do what I just did. I'm supposed to put that on my darn it. Well, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I'm like, why am I putting the balsamic vinegar here? I'm supposed to be adding that to my tomatoes. Let me see how I've impacted my flavor. Oh, you can't taste it. Not really. Because I only put like a teaspoon in there. Okay, and now I'm gonna fold in I'm supposed to add my apple cider vinegar. I'm tripping. Okay, so this is like 2 teaspoons. One more splash. Now that's going to make it a little bit more pronounced. And now what I'm going to do is chop up my basil for this dish that gets folded into the ricotta. I've already rinsed and stuff. So I'm just going to chop up about a quarter cup of my basil. So just moving all of my stuff out of the way. And I'm just gonna chop this up nice and fine. How's everybody doing today? Okay, smells so good. I love the smell of fresh basil. Who else loves the smell of fresh basil? Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, I have this gadget that's supposed to help me like mince my fresh herbs quicker. I should have used that. I did not. Next time. So then we're just gonna fold that in. And last but not least, we're gonna add our salt. And then we're gonna add some pepper. I don't really use black pepper. So whenever I have recipes where I ask for it, I'm like, are we gonna do that today, Nzingah? I have like every spice, and the spices that I use on a regular basis are front and center, and it's never black pepper. It's never. I just never use black pepper. So it's always like, where is the black pepper? I'll add it. My default, wherever there's black pepper, I tend to add cayenne, if I'm honest. But this is not a cayenne type dish. So hence why I'm not just doing my default. So I'm just gonna taste a little bit of that. See how it lands. With just that little bit of salt and vinegar. That's pretty nice. That's a basil. Okay. So what we're going to do with this is we can make a toast with this. I'm going to talk you through it. I'm not making a toast right now. So what we do is we are going to, I should make the toast, okay? So we're going to toast some sourdough or gluten-free bread, and we're going to put this ricotta on top. Then we're going to cut some tomatoes and then throw a little bit of balsamic vinegar on top. And then that's our vegan ricotta tomato toast. Okay? So pretty quick and easy. I tried to make sure I gave you recipes that weren't going to be too cumbersome, so you could spend more time with your mother or mothering yourself. So here we are. So that's our vegan ricotta. This will last in the fridge about 5 days. You can always freeze it as well. So that's a note. And that'll last longer. This goes great in some lasagna. So add that as a layer and you're good to go. So good. So then you can like use it for other dishes. All right. So one down. Let me start getting our toast together. We got 15 more minutes on the frittata. Throwing my bread in the toaster. Got some sourdough bread here today because it just fits in with the meal plan. Because we also have the sourdough. We have more bread to be used if you did the whole thing. If you're going to go ahead and do, hey, my brother's on. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm having like a moment. It's like, there's my brother. So that's that. So we got our ricotta done. And now I think this is a great time to make our mocktail. Okay? While we're waiting for other things. So our blueberry mocktail has a couple ingredients. I got fancy. I don't drink, so I don't have these kinds of things. But now that mocktails are trending and I want to get all cute with my mocktail making, these little things are so nice and fun. Okay, I'm having a moment. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna muddle the blackberries with water, maple syrup, lime, and lime juice and mint. And then the thing what we're going to make sure we'll try our best to do is remove as much of the mint as possible. So it's calling for 2 cups of blackberries. So I've already rinsed these out. And this probably is going to be a slight process because I can't fill this to the top given the fact that I'm going to be mashing this up, right? So not a good idea to do that. And now I'm just going to cut up my lime so that I can go ahead and throw the juice of the lime in there. And then we're going to add some agave for me today instead of maple syrup because I just ran out of maple syrup. So I'm adding key lime juice in here. Okay. Did I lose it? Then I'm adding the maple syrup. Well, not maple syrup in my case. I'm adding agave. So I like to clean as I go. So you may notice I'm like putting things away. I can't just like, as we say in Creole, you know, in my cooking space. Oh, I'm being so lazy right now. Okay, so then toast is on plate, but we're not going to focus on that right now. Then, where's my garbage? Just have it. Agave, where are you? Huh. I'm excited about this toast, though. It's going to be my first meal of the day. The frittata is smelling pretty good. Donde está mi agave? Huh. I literally just had the agave. Like, I specifically pulled it out for today, this morning, as I was like trying to set some stuff up. So I don't like to like be doing as much when I'm in these spaces, you know. I like to, wow, this is bothering me. Where is my agave? Okay, let me just move more things around to see if that helps me locate the agave. So I see my balsamic vinegar. I see my berries. So I'm gonna need the balsamic vinegar for that too. So not balsamic vinegar. I'm saying my agave. Did I accidentally put it away? Okay. Well, this definitely is going to need some sweetener. I have date syrup, but I don't feel like date syrup is appropriate in this particular dish, which is why I'm not just grabbing it, because I feel like the agave is more similar in consistency with the maple syrup that I'm replacing it with. But here we are, agave less. All right. Well, let me just look one more time. So while I'm here looking, how's everybody doing today? Hi, brother. How you doing? I don't know if my brother's still on. I'm saying hi to my brother D. Shout out to my brother D, though. Like, real talk. We're working on my cookbook, Coupe Duet Boule Kai, Revolutionary Haitian Vegan Dishes. And I was going through our pictures. Happy Haitian Heritage Month. And I'm like really excited about what we've done so far. I will say that doing a cookbook is hard work and it should not be slept on. Anyone who's done a cookbook, like I feel like I could write a book of poetry and I would have been done already, but cookbooks have its own thing. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side until I find because obviously I can't do that right now. So then so let's go back to our ricotta toast. This is right now. I absolutely cannot find my agave. It's bothering me. It was just here. Okay, so we add, so now this is the setup for the toast. We add the ricotta on top. Okay. Then we're going to slice up some tomatoes and add it to the top of that. Okay. So I'm here with my tomatoes. I just need one more. And then, why did I put it away? And then we're going to drizzle. I'm just putting everything away right now, it feels like. Some balsamic vinegar on top. Okay, that wasn't a quick, cute drizzle, but I would put it in a bowl and make it pretty for your mom, okay? And then we're here. Let's have it. It's yummy. The basil and the tomatoes always pair really well for me. As you can tell, I'm a little hungry. So don't mind me. But we're here, okay? Happy Mother's Day to the mothers who just joined. We're doing this Mother's Day brunch cooking. The recipes, link in bio, will say Mother's Day brunch, okay? Oh. We have something to get energy. Okay, I have energy. I still can't find my agave though. And I need to muddle this down. Well, this is like have lost an ingredient that I really need. So this is like bothering me quite a bit right now. Okay, I guess it's gonna be date syrup. And I'll do a second batch once I find it. The thing about date syrup, I love it, but it's like super thick. So it has more of like a, what would I say? It has more of a, and I hope you can hear me. I'm like walking away like I have a headset on and I don't. I can't find any of my sweeteners. Maybe I'm not supposed to use any sweeteners today. Because I can't even, oh, there we go. Okay, so my date syrup, it's towards this end. Okay, this is to give you a sense of how thick date syrup is. It's kind of like molasses in its consistency. So that's why I have it upside down, so that when I need to use it, I don't have to fight for it to go down. So this is why I don't like to use it. Hi, greetings, welcome. Somebody else, a couple people have joined. Say hi. I'm looking at the comment section. I promise you when y'all say stuff. Okay. All right. I think that's about a 1/4 cup of date syrup. And then I'm going to add, I need to add a little water. I probably may have to add more water, to be quite honest, because this date syrup is thick. So it's like a 1/4 cup of water. It feels like more than 1/4 cup. But, and then we get to just break it down. Break it down. Break it down. So we got our lime, we got our agave. We're gonna start adding our other fruit in there, or the rest of the blueberries. This does call for 2 cups of blueberries. Starting to make a mess. Can everyone see? I want to make sure everything is in view. Move things out of the way. Look how nice and thick this is. Okay, gotta add some more blueberries in the mix. It's funny that I'm doing this right now because because it's Haitian Heritage Month, I'm doing a bunch of Haitian recipes and prep for the vegan cookbook, the Haitian vegan cookbook, and the pre-sales are going to start at the end of next week. Heads up. And so today's post that'll be coming up later is about why I like to use a mortar and pestle to make my épices. So here we are, kind of beating our blackberries in the same kind of way. So just trying to get this moving. Got a lot of whole ones. Almost there. And I still got some more to add in here. So talk to me. Are you making mocktails right now? Okay, and I know I'm using a lot of phrases that a lot of people may not know. So let me back it up, right? So a mocktail is a cocktail that is alcohol free, okay? So it's a mocktail, okay? So it's a mocktail. So today's mocktail is brought to you. It's a blackberry smash. And I was supposed to put my mint in here. I don't know if I want to put my mint in here right now because I'm full. I'm so full right now. I'm just going to put it in. And then I gotta take it out. That's one of the instructions in there, is to take the mint out, but you want to get some of the oils from the mint in there and have a more pronounced taste. So that's why you want to put it in there. It's just right now I feel a little overwhelmed because there's so much blackberries in here and I'm not being patient. That's the other thing. I'm working on being a better bartender. Let's say that. I'm working on being a better bartender. But okay, so in this mocktail world, there are a lot of free spirits, which are like alcohol-free drinks that are to mimic and imitate a lot of the ones that would have alcohol in them. So you have like, there's this one company that I really enjoyed. They had this thing called Nightcap. And when I tell you I slept like a baby because it had adaptogens in there. And I would say what makes a lot of these mocktails really amazing is that they do incorporate a lot of herbs and things like adaptogens, which are things that help you your body adapt to stress. So, okay. I think I'm just trying to make sure I don't have one blackberry that's whole in here. So that's why I'm trying to beat it up. Okay. Almost there. In hindsight, I was excited to use this, but I only used it for something that was less volume. I would not use the same big. I would use something bigger. Let me say that, to get my stuff smashed. So some people may ask, why won't you just, oh, this is good. Look at it. Can you see? It's nice and thick now. So I'm just doing a check. There's nothing really left. And where do we go? From here, I'm just going to remove any mint leaves that are in there, and then maybe garnish with some mint. So here's the deal. Half of this is going in each cup, and then the other half I'm filling up with our sparkling cider. Today's sparkling cider for today is the Mountain Valley one. And so we're going to just fill this halfway, and we're going to top it off with some sparkling water. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. Oh! Tight. And then I can't take this. There we go. Excuse me. I don't want all these chunks in here, but I think I didn't muddle it enough. So we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. We're going to put some in here, some in here. I definitely didn't do my job today with this. And then I'm going to take out some of the, just taking out the mint. I have a pick, but here we are. Okay, there's no mint in here. Keep going. Trying to match it. All right. Okay, so then we add the sparkling to it. I'm not too messy. Someone says we can still be sober after the mocktail drinks. Yes, you would be sober after the mocktail drinks. But you would get, if there's like adaptogens and things like that, then you would get the medicinal qualities of the herbs and stuff that was placed in there. So then I'm topping it off with the sparkling. And then we have to add ice to the mix. I definitely could have muddled this a little bit more, to be honest. But here we are. Could have broke down my blackberries. Let me see if I have ice. I don't keep ice. I don't keep ice. It's like a thing. I don't like ice, so I don't keep ice. Not a good thing here. Because you wanna top this off with some ice. So if you're making this at home, this is something you want to consider. But here we are. Cheers. Oh, this is nice. Sorry. I actually like, this is supposed to have chunks of blackberries in there. Let me say that. But with the mint and the date syrup in this case and the lime, this is just a perfect blend. It's not too tart. So here we are. Cheers. Okay. So that's that. Someone asked, are you a reader of Dr. Sebi? I am a student of Dr. Africa. I got my holistic health certification through him and studied with him for years. And so that's who my teacher is. I have studied Laila and Dr. Sebi and Queen and several other people. And I have a whole story on how I am who I am right now. I went plant-based because of my healing journey. And so I have my own philosophy as it pertains to food and food approaches that combines my personal experience and what I've studied through those people in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine. So that's to answer that question. All right. So we've made our blackberry mocktail, our ricotta and cherry tomatoes. Okay. And now we have like 25 more minutes on it looks good in there. The frittata looks really good. And I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Again, there's a full menu of recipes that I provided. The frittata is a solid hour. So if you're going to make it now. It's quick. Just put everything in the blender except the things that are not supposed to go in the blender. And then you'll be good to go. And then it's something you can also have like later on in the week if everyone doesn't eat it. Any questions before I dip out? I won't have time. The only reason I'm not making the strawberry crumble right now is because it requires a different temperature than where my oven is now. And temperature does matter when it comes to baking. So for that strawberry crumble, it's made with almond flour. And so almond flour just doesn't, it can burn quickly. So I just try to stay true to temperatures when I do almond flour. It stays on the low end, 350. I don't usually go above that with almond flour. So right now with the frittata, we're at 400, and so that's not going to work. So that's why I'm not making that. I said I was going to make it, but I'm not going to make it because of that situation. Are there any questions before I leave? So again, happy Mother's Day. In my in this meal plan, there are several recipes that you can use. A lot of them are gluten-free. All of them are plant-based vegan. And I look forward to doing some more of these. It's been a while since I did a cooking demo. So I was like, okay, this would be a good day to stop in and do these things. I'm always cooking. So I think I should just turn on the camera sometimes. But you're probably going to see a lot of us in the next couple of weeks because of like cookbook prep stuff. So like, follow, share, save. I'll see you soon. Bye.